really. So lisod baya kay si kagkaon on stress eating, especially me. I lose my job because mo ni kantaman ko sa mga hotels here in Manila. So it's quite hard na wala kang trabaho. So all you have to think like stress and order and also make ways how to make an income. So yeah, I've been helping my brother and my mom in their business, which is selling fruits and veggies, and then also now at the same time selling some home cooked meals, lunch and dinner. So yun, that's what I've been doing, and also aside from that, doing a live stream sa online.
Okay.
Yun, so tanan.
Solid.
Yeah, just around that. Simple.
Simple.
Now I feel useless.
Oh, you don't
John,
have
come on, John.
to.
Come on, John.
Oh,
No one is
John,
useless.
ikaw?
John,
Ikaw pa ba,
here,
John?
I'm gonna ask the question back to you, okay? I'm gonna question it again.
Sure.
How are you treating quarantine, or how is quarantine treating you?
I'd like to say that I'm trying to win against quarantine, because it's either you let it eat you up or not. And then the good thing about it is Chris knows this. In our last photo shoot for our team portfolio, I gained a lot of weight because I came from Canada. But I feel like being not able to go out and buy food a lot, right? Unlike how you would if it was a normal day before the pandemic and the quarantine, you could just go out. Especially I live in Eastwood, right? So I could just go down and buy food. Now I don't. So I feel like I've been losing a lot of weight, and it's crazy. And I haven't even been like I've been working out, but then not as hard as I should be. But I'm just losing weight in general. I think my metabolism just kicked back, sleeping properly now and stuff.
Okay, you're just doing
Sana
what the opposite of what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're gaining weight.
Sana
You're
all.
losing weight.
Yeah, man, I've been eating a lot, man. My girlfriend told me just like, hey, you should start eating. You're starting to look really skinny. So I'm like,
Oh, okay, man. I wish I had your life. I wish I had to eat a lot. I wish I was forced to do that.
Without
Okay.
gaining weight,
Anyway,
right?
So since tonight's topic, guys, is about the entertainment industry, so let's go back on track here. Okay, let's talk about the entertainment industry, guys. Okay, if I had a sound effect, I'd press it, but I don't. Dun dun. Here we go. Okay.
oh, that's the best I got.
There we go. Sound effect. Okay. So, entertainment industry. Let me start with you, Chris. What is your vision? What do you think will happen in 10 years? What's the future of the entertainment industry?
Well, since we have this kind of pandemic thing, I don't think that the old life will, I guess, will be having the old life again. Maybe there'll be what we call new normal. Pero hopefully, for the 10 years, maybe that's enough year for us to have a vaccine as well, and also ma-recover lahat ng mga losses and ma-retrieve lahat ng old life that we used to have before the pandemic came. So, baka ganun yung mangyari. Hopefully, there be yung economy ng bawat Pilipino and every people of the world, bumalik sa normal lahat. And yeah, I was hoping that one. Alam mo yung old life, like, you can really go out freely without worrying na there might be a person who got the virus, what we're feeling right now. Alam mo yun? Yung parang, you can really
the paranoia.
go out freely. Oo, yung parang dili ka ma-conscious ba na mugawas sa imong balay. That kind of thought. I was hoping that kind of thought that I can relive that kind of moment again. That's what I have in my mind. How about you, John?
Okay.
Ako na nag-host.
I love how Chris became the host.
Ako na host.
Dritsu switchery. Okay. Yeah, how about you, John? How about you? What's the future
how
like
I
for you?
see the entertainment industry in the future, or just in general?
Yeah.
Oh, entertainment.
Like, how do you think it's gonna be like now, since there's like a new normal?
Well, to be honest, I feel like it's everything's really changing. I mean, now I feel like it just sped up the process even more, because before pa I saw entertainment industry moving on to the online realm. More online, like what we're doing.
What we're doing right now, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I really saw it going there, because then now fewer and fewer people have cable networks, even TV boxes, just TV boxes. Less and less people have it na. Like personally, us,
Yeah.
we don't have cable anymore. We just have internet and then Netflix. You
Yeah.
know? And I just feel like, but then given like the local entertainment industry as well, I feel like it's hard for everyone for sure, because then now a lot of us people in the entertainment industry have smaller venues wherein we can make an income, right?
Mm-mm.
And then when
Yeah.
we do, we'd have to go out and literally risk our lives because of the invisible enemy that we're dealing with in this pandemic, which is COVID, right?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
then so now us creatives, we're creatives, diba? Because we work in entertainment, we're creatives. Now we have to think bigger. Now we have to think of how to make content for my viewers and for the people who want to watch. Right? So
Yeah.
I feel like it has a good and a bad effect. Now people have to be more creative and have to be more safe. And then look, shooting days and people who shoot on set, now it's like shorter. It's like 12 hours, less
Yeah.
people. You know, it's now it's a better working condition for other, I mean, better in a sense, because now it's not like a Chris, you've been into taping for sure na it
Yes.
lasted like almost 24 hours.
Not
Mm.
almost. It's talagang
But
literal na
and more,
more
'di ba?
than 24 hours pa.
Oh
So
God.
it's not
Exactly.
really easy. So na yun, change na.
It changed na
Yeah.
because everything we have curfews now, so you can't really stay out too late. 'Di ba? I mean, there's always a good and a bad in everything. And I like to look at things more of half full than half empty. So,
Mm.
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like
An
the ch-
optimist. Yes.
right, yeah, change is
Yeah.
not always good, but then there's always good in change. That's what I'm
Mm.
trying to say.
Wow. That wow, poet, grabe. Okay, yeah, and I like na katong. I'm gonna talk about what you mentioned, John. Katong smaller ang venue para nato mga creatives. You know,
Bito.
for me lang. I think like humans are meant to adapt, di ba? Like
True.
this could be just the new ice age. You know, this is the modern ice age. We're living in a new age, di ba? So sila magani adapt sila nga na frozen ang whole world. Kita pa ka?
Bito.
Kuan ra
Kita
ni, di
gani
ba?
ni adapta from being
Mm,
apes to being humans,
mm,
right? I mean,
gani.
it's evolution.
Oh. Before we used to play around with rocks. Now we play around with look at this technology.
Phones.
We're talking without having physical contact, you know? So
Yes.
anyways, back
Amazing.
I'm
Right?
gonna go back to my topic. I think we we have to adapt in a new reality, you know? I think we have
True.
to create a new reality. For example, AI, alternative reality, you know? Like we're gonna make
Right.
kanang VR a whole thing now. Basin mga concerts, VR na lang. Diba?
True.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah,
dates.
that might, dates, VR, you know, at some point we're just
Samot.
gonna have to, samot, wala na gyud tayo
Mas-
mga chance.
Oh, ang Madrid na lang jud ko human-an ni ay.
Madre, pare na ako. Pero, you know, I think, for me, mo gina ang future, I guess. If this whole thing doesn't get better, that's the future, I think, nga I can envision. Anyway, so,
Very true.
you guys,
Very
all good, ra? Lighten
All
up,
good.
eh. Kuan mo tato?
Medyo, that was kind of deep, man.
That was deep, man. Okay,
That was heavy.
Deep.
That was a heavy second question
Yeah.
over there.
yeah. Okay, so now let's shift to another topic. Let's talk about you guys. Okay, so because you know, Youth Talks is meant to inspire. So you know, let's inspire by your stories, of course. So Chris, what is your story? How did you reach your position now? Charot. How'd you get to where you are now? You know?
Ay, nasampal. Mali yung nabigla.
Naigo ang life story.
Mali yun nasa... Okay, how is it? No, kasi sige, start na ako. When I was 9 years old, my parents was able to recognize my talent that I do really love singing. So, there was this, ewan ko kung naabutan nyo, or John, if you're in the Philippines. Alam niyo sa sa likod ng MOA, before kasi, the Bayside, they used to have these bars and then bands. So, ako, that time, muhilak jud ko para mo-jam ako dun sa band. So, parang
Yeah.
I asked my tito kasi ayaw talaga makinig ng magulang ko sa akin. Sabi ko, tito, pakantahin niyo ako. Dali, gusto kong kumanta. Sabi, ano ba gusto mo kantahin? To Love You More ni Celine Dion. Please.
Uh-huh.
Eh di, When I was 9 years old yata. So parang
Grabe.
I begged them na, uy, pakanta ako ba? Di ako sa stage kay gusto dyan ako mukanta. I was
Nga, si
really,
Lindy yun. Pag yun.
oh, kanya 9 years old pa dyan ko. Kanya, that time, parang stand-up comedian pa yung host. So once you gave them a tip ng 100 pesos that time, parang malaki na din yun as a tip. So, ipakanta nila ako, dapat patapos na. Anong nakahabol ako. So, nikanta ko. So, from that moment, doon nila na-discover yung singing skills ko, yung parents ko. So, parang nakita talaga nila yung determination ko. Although I was not really, not good in, academically, hindi ako really great on that kind of field. Because I'm a late bloomer. Because I was late bloomer because I got sick when I was a baby. I almost died. Kasi I have this bacteria sa heart, and then I only have 13% chance to live that time. So from that moment on, parang siguro yung mga meds na in-inject sa akin, because everywhere was, parang dextrose, parang nakagano na lang ako. When I was a baby, parang I was lying in a bed and full of injections sa body ko. And then maybe that was the effect. That's why naapektuhan yung sa brain ko. So academically, naapektuhan din ako. So the doctor advises my parents na kung asa yung field na gusto ng inyong anak, dapat doon yung supportan. When they were able to discover that yung field of interest ko is singing. So doon nila ako sinuportan. Then in the long run, and then when I was 14, that was the time na my parents' business went down because of the Bagyong Ondoy. Kasi they used to have a business like tires and batteries. So pag ang batteries kasi, 'di ba, yung Ondoy, it was really hard kasi nung that time kasi nun, there was supposed to be a delivery but it was canceled. So yung parang 20 or 200 batteries yata that we have to ship out was canceled. So na-stock siya sa stock room namin. And then bumaha ng 12 feet. So parang nagbaha lahat ng battery. So that was the moment that the life, not all the time na you have it and then one time lang they're just gonna.
That's a real low blow.
Yes, real low. Then after that, my brother and I are the breadwinners. And then after the Ondoy, after a week na hospital si Papa, because he got infected, he got a cyst in here in the chest area because he was trying to save the batteries na anod sa baha that time. Then yun, so yung savings na ubos kasi na hospital. Then the following week na hospital si Papa, si Kuya naman nagka-typhoid fever. So there's a lot of challenges during that time. And then it was really hard for us. Although we were able to adjust na madalian kasi our parents kasi is really open to us na this is the situation that we have. In every situation that we're on, parang sinasabi nila talaga sa amin. So that's my life story. And then also, 14, I started singing in Pagcor Casino, which I just declared the booker kasi medyo mature na yung face ko nun. Nag-declare ako parang 21 years old. Parang ganun.
At what age were you?
14.
14.
Wow.
So I was forever using the age of 21.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Some
people only say they're 21 when they're over 21. And you said you're 21 when you were 14.
Yes.
Wow.
And then, I was so nervous kasi pagpasok ko sa casino, parang pa-check ng ID. So I have, tinulungan ako ng booker ko. I have to present an ID. And then, na parang nagaano talaga na yun ang age ko. So, that's it. So, after that, I was able to sing, and then yun yung mga na-experience ko. Yung mga katakutan ko nun that time is yung mga kukas na lang kita mamahalin, listen, mga ganon. 14 years old pa ako dun and I don't even know how to face a crowd. So parang, I was really raw. Akit ako
and
yung
hard part about that song is you can't do it well kung wala emotion, and you have so much.
And I'm still young.
And you had so much baggage. That's why I think you did so well before.
Yeah, I think so too. I can speak for myself. I'm 17, so and I can't compare my experiences with what you've gone through. Those experiences make a really strong person like you. I can really
Chris,
tell. I
Yeah.
can.
Chris is super
Wow,
strong, man.
my gosh,
Oh,
wow, that's just, yeah,
superwoman. Charot. Sabi ka na superwoman.
superwoman.
Wonder Woman
Wow,
na lang para gwapa pod.
wow.
Hindi. Kay, sige mag-wonder, sad. Pwede sad. So, yun. Tapos,
Ano ka?
then, ha?
Ano ka?
Then
Si
yun,
Wonder Woman.
asa ako nagyupot na nga akong ano, ha? Char. So, yun. Then, there you go. I've met this guy, John. We have the same management as well. So, yun.
Mm,
That's how it started, man.
that's
Pero,
Shout
how
out
we're
to
not
the
in ano,
story
ha?
team.
that's the story of Chrissy. Yes.
Yes, that's me.
Okay,
Oops,
now
the lounge
let's
singer.
let's. Ooh, okay, wow, that's one hell of a story right there. Okay, and John, please, what is your story?
After Chris, I really don't know what to say.
Go, John.
No,
It's okay, man.
Go.
hey, I want to feel special too. Callie, ask me the question again.
Okay, okay, I got
I
you,
was
I
like,
got
what
you.
was the question again? But
Okay, what is your story, John Matthew Uy?
what is my story? Well, I I had a pretty good childhood. Like I had a really good childhood. More than I grew up in a good family. I was lucky. I was three of four boys, so I have a younger brother, and I was the third. Right. We grew up really well. I went to a really good school, an expensive school, and then what people tend to forget. I always get tagged as this kid who rich kid
Mhm.
who
Mm,
never needed the money. But what they don't know is we had our tough times, and like Chris also, like the business did go down, right? So when the business went down, times were really tough, and I'm just thankful that I never had to be the breadwinner per se. My parents were like so strong. They always just I'm not sure if not all parents do this, but then they hid it from us. Like they never
mm,
wanted us to see that we were having a tough time. But then at that time, I was already a teenager, like early teen. So I was really my eyes were open, but then pretending to be that baby that my parents still saw
innocent,
me. Kunwari,
innocent.
I didn't
Yeah,
know what was going on. But then
yeah.
you know when your parents are having a hard time because it hurts your heart as well just watching it,
Amen.
right?
Yes.
So that's what people really don't know about me is that I've had it really tough as well. Yung tipong almost wala na makain for a day, and then your parents would have to really work hard. But then, like
Yeah.
with the strength of my mom and my dad, they brought us back up. Now we're doing better. I mean, we're not where we were, but we are doing a lot better. So I mean, I'm just thankful. And then there's always what else can I say about myself? Well, I grew up this way because just really good parenting is what I can say. My
Yeah.
everything I am now would be nothing if not for my parents, where they put me to school, how they raised me, and yeah, and it's hard to talk to because lately my dad has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it's not the
Um,
easiest thing, especially for my mom,
yeah.
because then you get so used to someone being this person,
Yeah.
and then suddenly
They're
day
not.
by day they're just not
Yeah.
anymore. And the hard part is it's every day. It changes every day, and then you it's like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't really notice it because you're looking at yourself because you're
Yeah.
always seeing it, right?
Yeah.
But
You're
then
reminded every day.
yeah, but then like some days you just wake up and you notice that parang, he doesn't remember me anymore.
Oh
And
my
yeah, that's
gosh.
why I have been home over the pandemic. You
Yeah.
know, it's yeah, and it gets really hard, especially now that we don't have help because my mom is super paranoid. She doesn't want to have helpers around or anyone else, so it's just us. And then now
Yeah.
I really feel like the heaviness of the situation. But like, hey, there are good days and there are bad days, right? So
Exactly. Yeah. True. You
yeah,
know.
and I think that's what helps me stay a very positive person. I'm always the type of guy who says, "Na kaya yan. kahit mahirap, kaya yan, kaya yan, kaya yan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
don't
Yeah,
like I don't like showing sadness.
yeah, well, sadness isn't, also my forte, but like, I'm pretty emotional. Like, I just got kind of emotional from your stories. Wow, wow, my gosh, you went
That's a thing.
deep.
That's a thing. Like,
Yeah.
and I have the. Sorry, I wasn't done yet. And just like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
my best friend passed away. He came from a really. I'm not gonna disclose his name, but he came from a really wealthy family, and just uh, mental health awareness. Let's just talk about that. Just it was crazy. I was the last person to see him, and it was just really hard losing your best friend for like what
Yeah.
8 7 years at this age. You expect that later in life, right? But
Yeah.
then it was just tough. But then now I know that there's always someone watching over me, right? And now I
Yeah.
feel more.
True, man.
I feel less scared taking on life because I know he's just gonna always be there, watching over me. Good
Yeah.
dude. Yep.
Dude, wow. The emotion that's in this room right now. Wow.
We're going through some heavy stuff, man.
yes.
I did not
It
expect
went
this.
down. Like, it went deep, man. Okay, let's just, wow,
That
just
hit
let me
really
have
hard.
the,
Ali, what about you? What's your
what
story? I mean,
about
I'm
me?
sure
What,
the viewers know, but we don't know.
wow, okay. What is my story? Thank you for asking me that. I never get to answer that much, because I'm always the one asking questions, but thank you. I guess my story is just, your typical teen, goes through. I mean, I consider myself really lucky. I'm blessed with amazing people that surrounds me. I've never been exposed to any negativity. I was never abused. And although I don't consider myself, like better than others that were abused, because that there's no way that you're better than others. All of us are just equal here in
True.
this world.
Very true.
Yeah. So, but I do consider myself very lucky because I have just an amazing mother. I swear, Mame, if you're watching, I love you so much. Yeah, like
I
just
call my mom
my
the same
mom.
way, mami. It's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
Bisaya thing, no, mami?
It's yeah, Visaya. Yeah, Visaya. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just my
Shout
story,
out to
I guess,
mom.
is shout out to mommy.
Hi, Mama.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah. So
Mudra.
just I guess my story just revolves around my mother usually, because my mother has been the one just bringing me up, really. And my mom's friends, she has amazing friends too. They treat me like family. And I guess the reason why I'm like this is because I've been exposed to so much positivity, and having that much positivity, just it really influences you. It's like what a magnet for energy.
That's
Mm-mm.
true.
Just that's I consider myself a magnet for energy because I love energy. Like I want to wake up smiling. I don't want to wake up crying. I mean,
True.
although you have your bad days, but once you hit rock bottom, there's no more bottom. The only way to go is up. You know.
Mhm.
Right.
So I guess
But
that's we've been talking about all our deep parts of our lives. I guess I haven't reached that part yet, but I'm sure at some point in my life I'm really scared I'm gonna reach that part.
Don't
But
be.
no, but
these
like
these moments
judging.
though, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, sorry. But just judging on the way you explain life, I feel like even if you reach like rock bottom, you're gonna bounce back up just based on your outlook in life.
Hey,
It
thanks man, thanks
it's
man.
Just
really how you look
energy,
at things.
diba?
Yeah, your energy is so
Yeah.
nice, man. It's just very light.
Para siyang si
Thanks.
mini Gary V.
Mr. Pure
Except
Energy.
Gary V is super religious.
Super,
Yes.
as
Yeah,
energy.
it's
As in, parang
power
hindi,
of
never
God,
ka
power of
nalolobat.
God on you. Yeah, but and it's just basically I live my life every day with I try to live it with a smile on my face. That's
Amen
I
to
and I
that,
really
brother.
want my the people around me to have that same way. Like my mom for example, she used to be very very serious, and then I started talking to her like she's my best friend, and boom, kabuang na lang meron.
I think that's what
you
all
know?
moms want to be. It's just their
Yeah,
son or their daughter's best friend, but then it
yeah.
happens much later in life than early because then,
True.
when
Yeah,
they start
and just
That's
realizing
true.
that, hey, my
yeah,
son's actually like a man now. He's actually a real person.
yeah,
I can actually talk to him about
yeah,
normal stuff.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agree.
So Yeah, and it's so ironic, guys, because both of your stories have you guys mentioned the business, your own business, like falling down, literally crippling, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
if you think of it, the topic of this Zoom about entertainment industry, and that business, multi-billion-dollar, peso, what's
Industry,
parang
right.
currency that it's also dying. It's literally
It's
like
dying.
Literally,
movies are getting postponed. Movies are getting postponed. Like
concerts.
Mulan, for example, Mulan. We were supposed to
Right.
expect Mulan. You guys remember that? Everybody
Yeah.
was
Oh
hyped up for
yeah.
Yes.
I
Mulan.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. See?
Yeah, we just forgot about it, right? It never came out because,
That's the
just
thing, right?
this whole pandemic is literally killing everybody,
It was supposed to be boycotted too, right? Mulan was supposed to be boycotted,
Yeah.
but it never got boycotted because everyone just forgot about it.
I just forgot about it. Yeah, oh my gosh. So
Crazy.
anyways, let's let's get back on track again, guys. Okay,
For
so
sure. Let's do
I
it.
want I want our next talking point. I wanna talk about personal experiences too, but
For
in
sure.
talking about like filming all those, like
Oh
both
yeah.
of you guys have experienced some real legit taping, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I really want to ask because let's say I hope at some point I reach that point too.
Why not?
I want to be
Kali, ikaw pa
prepared.
ba?
Do
Hey,
it,
thanks,
man. Just
thanks.
do it.
Do
Whatever
I
you
want
you?
to be prepared. So I want to ask you guys, how do you prepare? Like, what's your regimen? John. Let's start with you, John.
Okay.
Go, John.
And I asked you earlier, like before we went like online, when we were having technical difficulties, right? I remember
Mm-hmm.
asking you
Yeah.
like, how do you prepare for online shows, man? It's pretty much
Yeah.
the same thing. Obviously, you got to take a bath first, because then hygiene, right? And then you dress
Yes. The
up,
hygiene. The hygiene. Yes.
you go on set, right? So even preparation starts at auditions pa lang, right?
Mm-mm.
So
Hmm.
when you do the audition, you're already acting, right? Because you already read a part of your character, so you internalize. So preparations, people fail to forget that preparation is like important with mostly anything, not just acting, just in life. Preparation is super important, right? But then with acting, it's super important to get prepared to one story I have. This is not my
Yes.
story, but
Please.
then like,
Story. Please. Story time. Come on.
oh, this is not me, but then this is my story from my point of view, because
Okay.
I came out and she's dating the gangster, right? I was the main cast there, so that's where I met direct Kathy, and then
Hmm.
she got me again to cameo for a second chance of Bea Alonzo and John Lloyd Cruz, and I
Wow.
loved One More Chance. Okay, so I was psyched to be in it, just like as a cameo role. It was super cool. But then that's when I saw like John Lloyd is my number one favorite male actor in the Philippines, by the way.
Really. So
So
you consider him your idol?
yeah, dude. So I literally, it's the first, I never usually ask for like, I'm not the type of guy to say, uy, pa-picture tayo, gano'n. Not because I'm conceited, it's just, it's not my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Ah,
then with
okay.
John Lloyd, I was like, Kuya JL, pwede, pa-picture. Then I asked my PA to take a picture of us, and I still have it to this day. But then that guy is is an amazing actor. You never see this happen on set. Chris, I'm sure you can
Yeah.
say this,
Mm-hmm.
na some actors just go on set and they're cold na, di ba? Di ba? Parang actors on
Yes,
set na. Doon pa lang
that's
sila
true.
pupunta.
Uh-uh.
John Lloyd, man, even before Direct Cathy says to go on set, he was already on set practicing on his own. It's like what you do, Callie, like
Wow.
how you
Yeah.
talk to yourself.
Iba yun.
Dude,
Usually, may ibang tatawagin na, hey, it's your turn. Like, oh,
uh,
diba?
I
He's
won't
really
lie.
prepared.
Yeah, I
He's
won't
really
lie.
prepared.
I was like that, like when I was still starting na parang, yeah, alam mo yun, medyo pa special. Like, I want to be called first before I go down, you know? But then,
Yeah.
like, when I saw John Lloyd do that, I was like, bro, that's the John Lloyd Cruz doing that. He was
Yeah.
literally acting the whole scene by himself. Full action na. Parang full take na.
Wow.
Full take levels. And it was just mind blowing. You're like, no wonder he's so good. It's because he puts so much passion in his work, right?
My gosh.
John Lloyd
Wow.
is John Lloyd eh.
This
Yeah,
is some
and
insider information right here.
yeah,
It's my first time. You've been exposed to John Lloyd.
yeah,
Bro,
dude. And
you
like,
are
he's the
amazing.
he's the
You
only dude
guys breathe
I
the
got
same
starstruck
air.
with. Yeah, exactly. He's the only guy I got starstruck with. Then I worked with DJ sila Enrique, Kath.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get starstruck with them is because they're roughly my age. and I didn't really grow up watching them. I just see them on screen all the time. But then, oh, by the way, they're all super nice people, right?
Yeah.
And one last thing, see Derek Cathy, she gets sometimes she gets a bad image. People think she's mean,
Mm-hmm.
but then what people don't know, it's her way of endearment. It's her terms of endearment. You know, at first I was super scared being in front of Derek Cathy. Because then, like, I've heard so much stuff about Derek Cathy, but then it's not true. When you're working under her as her actor, you are like her son. You are like her baby.
Wow.
She's like super motherly in a way. Like, you know how your mom calls you. Your mom will give you a nickname, right? Nak, mga ganun.
Yeah.
Right? But then you know when they're mad and they call you by your first name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Derek Cathy's like that. Like, she calls.
Oh, so you have that kind of
same
connection.
Effect. It's like that same effect. She calls you by your first name, but then like if you don't do well, she's gonna call you by a name you don't like to be called, and then like, ano ba? What are you doing? Right? And then but then she's gonna call you in and she's gonna tell you parang like what you need to do. She's not like a mom. Moms don't get mad at you for no reason. It's because you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Right. You know, they have good intention. You know, there's always a reason why they're doing what they're doing.
Exactly. So there's a method to Derek Cathy's madness, and I love Derek Cathy to death. She's just an amazing director, and she's like a mother on set. Really, I swear.
Wow.
Super nice.
Wow. I hope Derek Cathy can see this. Hi, Derek Cathy. You heard that?
Derek Cathy has her own online talk show too. By the way.
Wow. Okay. I hope I get invited.
Cool.
Joke.
Go, Kalle.
Okay. So let's. Okay. Thank you for that, John. Thank you so much, man. Okay. How about you, Chris?
For me, acting.
What's the preparation? You know, like for Katong John, he was telling me about that story with John Lloyd. Now, do you have any personal experience, or experience of other people?
Hers is much different. She's a singer, so.
Oh yeah, no,
right?
Yeah, for singing. Okay, there.
Totally
this is perfect. This is perfect. Because Chris, I want to do some gigging too. You know, so what's the? How do you prepare? Like, you know, do you? Please, you take the stage. I need to hear it from you. I'm not gonna say anything.
Go, Kalle. Okay. For me, how do I prepare? I make sure every day I vocalize. I warm up my voice. Syempre, kung sa acting, parang you have to run through the lines. But in singing also, you have to make sure na i-warm up mo at least 10 to 15 minutes. But should be like 30 minutes or depende. But for me kasi, I usually vocalize like 10 to 15 minutes before singing a song. And then, there's this since I'm singing in a lounge in the hotels here in Manila, so I have to cater also all the requests. I mean, all the songs. Mapa standards, mapa jazz, mapa pop, mapa ballad. So as a singer, you really have to have a wider repertoire. I mean, yung choices of songs and everything. So there's, syempre, there's also a lot of different personalities. So kanya-kanyang taste of music. So everywhere you have to really get the attention of the people somehow. Parang as a musician, parang as a singer, you really have to get the attention. Kasi parang ang saying namin sa ano, if you were not able to get the attention of the people or somewhere in the crowd where you're performing at, then you're not a good performer. Ganun yung ano sa amin, yung
That's
thought.
a concept. Yeah.
Yes, ganun yung ano. So they will base you on how you perform talaga. So parang if you're not gonna get the attention, parang okay, mape-pressure ka talaga. So every set, so yun yung challenge. So there's also a lot of challenges that I was able to experience. So parang there's this also, may share lang din ako based on my experience. Maybe 2 years ago, I was able to encounter some rude people as well.
Ooh.
Like if I was not able to cater their request, they're gonna be rude. Like meron yun, they requested like 12 set of songs. It was purely
sets of songs.
Parang 12 yata o 14. Parang good for 2 sets because each set is 45 minutes. So that will be 9 songs. Parang good for 1 hour yata in 12 minutes or 15 minutes. yung set list niya. And then, nung nag-request sila, so I was not able to cater maybe just one. Kasi parang ang ano namin, SOP, if you don't know any song dun sa iba, at least find something that is close. Either the artist or andun kung ano yung nasa listahan. So, I was not able to cater it, just one song. Sabi ko, ma'am, is it okay that I'll be singing this song? Sabi niya, what, you don't know this song? Ganyan. So, parang, syempre, may linya na papasok na, hindi mo ba ako kilala? Ano pa name nila, ma'am? Tapos, ano pa nila yung name nila, ma'am? Hindi mo kilala ng kasama. Sino po sila, ma'am? So, I was like, gonna be like that. So, really, I am not really familiar with the people, like, especially yung mga na yung mga, hindi ko alam na VIP pala yun dun sa hotel, that certain hotel. So, I'm not gonna name drop, but yung may mga certain na hindi ko alam na VIP pala siya. So, that was the toughest job that I've ever encountered. Wow. And also, ang isa din naman na positive, on positive side, Peebo Bryson was able to witness me singing live. Wow. Oh my God! Sa Resorts World. Okay. Yeah. I was surprised. I was surprised kasi yung guitarist ko, sabi niya, Kristel, tumingin ka sa derecho. I was singing a song from Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. Then, parang meron, sabi niya, nakikita mo yung medyo naka-bend forward tapos naka-ganon. Sabi ko, bakit? Anong meron? Si Peebo Bryson yun. Sabi ko, Peebo Bryson, the one who sang Beauty and the Beast, and yung mga ganon. Sabi niya, kalma ka, Kristel, huwag kang magpapanik. Kasi gumagano na ako sa stage. Imagine me like, Peebo Bryson in the house? Man, you're kidding. Wow. So, gumagano lang siya.
Peebo Bryson sang to you like that. So, Chris, come on. Can you give us something, something for us to make us go like that too? Come on. Give us a quick acapella. Come on, Chris. Because, we're about to end the show. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay. Bigla ko na pressure, bigla. What do you want? The loungy song or?
Just a quick chorus of maybe
anything
a loungy
you want,
song.
Chris.
Yes. Loungy
anything
song.
You want,
or anything
Chris.
You want, First favorite song that goes in your head. Come on. Only live tonight at Youth Talks. Kristel Atinen.
Wow. May pa-intro. I was walking alone, minding my business, when out of the orange-colored sky, flash, fame, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of the orange color view, wham, bam, alakazam, out of the orange color sky. There you go.
Wow! My God!
Dude, she's so good.
Jazzy. She is better than good. My God, amazing, man. That was good. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Chris.
Salamat kayo, ha. The pressure ko.
Thank you kay John. Thank you. Salamat kay ninyo mga kabayan, charot mga Kasibuanon. Dakmut lang sa tawagan na. Pero taga Cebu tatanan. Thank you so much. And before we forget, happy birthday to John, man. Everybody in the comments, can you please happy birthday
No,
to
I was going to say, I forgot. Yeah, everyone's been greeting me like, happy birthday, John Matthew. I'm like, thanks, guys. But then it slipped my mind. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Today has been just amazing. Despite the pandemic, people reached out, and I appreciate just being here. You guys have been such a joy to talk to, It's like being with old friends, man, for real.
Wow. Thank you. And thank you too, guys. I really want to say thank you for making tonight possible. It really wouldn't be possible with your beautiful energy. So I think we end tonight's episode right here, okay? Thank you so much for being part of this, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you. And don't forget to tune in to the next episode next Friday. I am Kalle Ranty. You talk, you share, you inspire. Thank you and good night. Hitler. Mind the beat.